What's up, everybody? Today is the day that we have been waiting for a very long time now. The Ethereum ETFs are finally trading live. What does that mean, though, for your Ethereum tokens in your portfolio? What is the price going to do over the next couple of weeks, next couple of months, and what does it look like at the end of 2024? If you're excited about this video, you got to do two things for me. A, you got to smash that like button, and B, if you've not done it already, make sure you hit subscribe so you do not miss any of our content that we put out. Watch this video all the way to the end. But first, we got to roll our intro. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and just dive right on into it. As I said, Ethereum ETF is live. Recent price action, we come actually all the way down to the hourly chart, is we actually are seeing some positivity in the markets on Ethereum so far. I'm going to read you some articles here in a couple of minutes and then come back to the charts giving a price prediction. But I wanted to actually focus on the right side of the screen right here. You're going to notice a lot of red over here in the change. This is what the candle has looked like since its opening. And what you'll notice is that total 2 is in the green, which is all the altcoins, including Ethereum, excluding Bitcoin. But when you go down to total 3, which excludes Ethereum, it's back in the red. If you look at Ethereum, it's in the green, up 2.2% since the daily candle's open. So I were to come back over here. It's one of the few charts right now that has a bullish candle on the daily chart. But look at some of the other ones that are bullish right now. Chainlink, which also benefits when Ethereum does well. Matic, the #1 layer 2 solution for Ethereum. Optimism, the #2 layer 2 for Ethereum. You come down here, you see HBAR's doing well, Atom, but Arbitrum up 7.7% since the daily candle opened. That is the other massive layer 2 for Ethereum. So the overwhelming point here is that so far today, as the ETFs are live in certain places trading early, we are watching bullish action for Ethereum-based products, and mostly when it's not an Ethereum-based coin, we're not seeing that positivity. The volatility has started for Ethereum. That's the only thing we promise you guys. While I believe that ETH will be going up and to the right based off of this ETF news, I will not be surprised because it's a guarantee. Volatility will happen. If you're new and you don't know what volatility means, it means a lot of price goes up really fast and then immediately starts to drop really fast. And it will confuse you. It'll make you wonder what the next move is, but it's called volatility for a reason. It's volatile and it's going to be overwhelming to newer investors. The experienced ones know just hodl on and wait for what's to happen. But let's take a look at some news coming out this morning about what's happening here. And then we're going to get back into the charts and we're going to look at a price prediction for Ethereum. Now, ETH price analysis, there's 3 things you need to expect, or that you will expect for Ethereum ETF official launch to happen. Let's get through what is going on in these articles, and then we'll go back into the charts. Between July 1st and July 22nd, investors have shifted approximately 300,000 Ethereum valued at around $1 billion onto exchanges. This movement suggests that many holders are prepared to trade their Ethereum, likely anticipating increased volatility and trading volume with the ETF launch. We kind of just talked about that, but this is kind of backing it up. $1 billion removed onto exchanges. And I'll cover that in a second. I think the article covers it, and I'll break it down further. But this is something very important to know. Typically, such a large influx of Ethereum to exchanges can signal potential sell-offs, but it also provides liquidity needed for substantial trading activity. Before we move on, let me just break this down for everybody. Whenever a coin is moved onto a centralized exchange, normally, under normal circumstances, that is seen as a potential sell-off catalyst, meaning they're moving it onto centralized exchanges to easily transfer it back into either USDT, USD, or maybe even transfer to another coin. But in this case, as we're looking at ETFs going live, which will not be traded on centralized crypto exchanges, they're going to be traded in the stock market. They're going to be traded through whichever company you end up choosing, BlackRock, Fidelity, whichever one you end up going with. In this case, we actually could be seeing this being institutional money being moved, not to sell their Ethereum necessarily to the highest bidder to take profit, but rather to add liquidity and to sell it into the ETFs so that they will have what they need as the demand pours in. So again, normally inflows of exchanges, that's usually bearish. In this case, it actually could be something extremely bullish. Let's keep moving on, though. Ethereum bull traders mounted a $1.2 billion long position. Another critical signal comes from the derivatives market, where traders are showing a bullish stance on Ethereum. Currently, that $1.2 billion in leveraged long positions compared to the $638 million in short positions, overwhelmingly saying that we are more bullish at the moment. So this is something to keep an eye on. But the third thing that I want you guys to pay attention to, I think this might be the third thing, or no, this I think might be part of this, maybe part still of the second one. The Ethereum 2.0 beacon. We're going to be talking about staking here at the minute. Ethereum 2.0 beacon chain has seen a notable increase in staking inflows, with 22,000 ETH staked in the past week alone. The influx demonstrates continued confidence in the long-term prospects of Ethereum's transition into a proof-of-stake network. Increased staking activity not only reduces the circulating supply of Ethereum, which is very bullish, potentially driving prices up, but also signals strong community support for the new network's future. So we're seeing here, we're watching the bulls overwhelmingly load up their long positions with $1.2 billion worth of leverage longs compared to only 600 million leverage shorts. That's a major win. But we're also watching people staking their Ethereum like crazy. Guess what? We talked about this yesterday with Solana, because Solana has some people move their money or lock up their money. Staking is another way to lock up some of your whatever coin you're holding, and ultimately takes it off of the table of being able to be sold, at least for a long period of time. In this case, that only happens when you're very bullish. You only stake your Ethereum if you think price is about to go up. If you're anticipating a large crash or a dip in the market, you actually want to unstake your Ethereum, sell it temporarily so you can buy back a lower dip. That's not the case here. This is a major, major bullish catalyst for the Ethereum holders. Now, let's look at the last piece of information you need to be aware of right now. I'm actually going to somewhat disagree with this take. The Ethereum price forecast, 3,400 support, is vital. We're going to go back to the charts here in just a second, but it says the Ethereum ETF launch is expected to trigger the initial sell the news correction, which could send Ethereum price tumbling towards 3,400. However, the 3 on-chain data signals, I don't know why, the 3 on-chain signal analyzed above shows that Ethereum is primed for a more bullish phase into the mid to long term. So I guess it's talking about this chart up here. I don't know which one. Maybe it's meant this one. Nope, that's a Bollinger Band chart. Either way, the point stands here is that there's a level of support that's going to be in play. There's going to be that with that volatility that's coming into Ethereum. There's going to be a level that clearly marks where the bulls still have control and potentially where the bears need to get to if they want to regain it. While this article says that 3,400 is what you should be looking at, let's go take a look at the charts and look for ourselves where the critical support actually is sitting. Now, we got to go over here and let's start to turn on some of our Lux Algo indicators. If you don't have Lux Algo, you are missing out. It is one of the best indicators. Actually, it is the best indicator in the game if you're looking to make money while trading. But there's a couple levels I want to keep an eye on here for Ethereum. The first one is we're sitting, even at the moment, in a very strong bullish breaker block. It actually comes down to about 3,424. So it's not quite down to 3,400, but this is the first level of major support. But is it the level that if we lost it would be devastating to the price of Ethereum? I don't necessarily think so. In fact, that level is probably a lot lower. You could make the argument you really don't have a problem until you drop below the blue smart trail on the daily chart, which goes all the way down here towards 2,900. But even being a little bit more aggressive, how low could we actually get before things should start? People in the bullish camp should start to worry. For that, I want to take a look at the 4-hour chart, where even though we're rallying right now, we have a more recent bullish candle. There is a blue smart trail and a take profit signal off of a recent sell order that comes all the way down to 33.22. This is definitely below 3,400. This is going to be kind of where I put my mark of saying, all right, I'm not going to declare that the bull market is over if we drop below 3,300. But I will be very surprised if we lose this 4-hour smart trail support line. I think that 3,300 is actually the true level to keep an eye on, to say as long as the bulls defend 33, then we still should be extremely, extremely bullish. If you take a look at liquidations and look at where we potentially could trigger a short-term move for the bears to pick up some confidence, but ultimately just end up becoming a bear trap, you're seeing levels coming in here kind of agreeing with Lux Algo, saying that 3,300, give or take, you see that bright yellow right in here, 3,355 is a level of high liquidations of long positions. If we do want to see volatility and chaos in the market, it would make a lot of sense to dip the price down and eliminate all of these long positions temporarily, only giving us a fresh ability to rally into the future. When I take a look at the 3-month chart here on High Block, and I'm looking at the liquidations, yes, there's some yellow below us all the way down here towards 2,800, but as you can see, we eliminated the majority of our big long liquidations back here in July, coming all the way back down here towards about 2,800. I think that when you look at the long-term perspective, could we dip just a little bit again back to 3,300? Absolutely we could. But I think the big targets now are actually going to conquer the liquidity of the short positions over 4,000. That is what we're looking at right now. It's still something that as long as we stay above 3,300, there's no reason to be concerned about the bullish momentum whatsoever. But now it's time to talk about, before we wrap up this video, our price predictions for what Ethereum is capable of doing in the next little bit. Excuse me. The first thing that you should be aware of, again, if you have not been watching the Bros channel, this is another reason why you've got to be subscribed and you're watching our content, because we have been talking about this for a little while. But it's this megaphone pattern right here that has a breakout prediction in the short term, pretty much bringing us back up here to around $4,000, the highs that we had back here in March of 2020. That's something I think could happen literally within the next couple of days, maybe a week or two. We could absolutely see a new high for this bull cycle in the next week or week and a half or change after the Bitcoin event, the Bitcoin conference. I'm blanking on the word right there. Sorry. But the real question is, once we get to that level, once we rematch highs or even start to set new highs, how high exactly can we get? Well, for that one, you take a look at this pattern we have been in with the highs right here, right about 4,000, the lows here, multiple lows here around 2,800. This would give us a breakout price prediction by September, maybe even into October, of $5,600. We have talked about this one actually quite a lot on this channel. So if you are a subscriber already and you do watch the daily content, you're not surprised by this level. But the real question is, how much further can we go? I do want people to understand we got a lot of time between now and the end of the bull market, probably sometime late September of 2025, maybe even to October. We've got a lot of time between now and the end of 2024. In this video, I want to take a stab at where we could be sitting at the end of 2024. Now, I've told you guys in the past, I think an aggressive level for Ethereum to get to in the end of the bull market is potentially 18 to 20,000. There's also a chance we're only making it somewhere in the range of 14, 15, but I think that there's a lot of bullish catalysts in the space right now that Ethereum by the end of this bull market could be sitting in this range between 18 to 20K. Well, that would mean that Ethereum probably gets close to or above a $2 trillion market cap. If you take a look at current Ethereum price levels and what it's doing with its market cap and its supply, there we go. Come on, internet, click for me. There we go. Current market cap is only sitting at 422 billion. So we got a long way to go before Ethereum would actually hit some of those levels that we are discussing. Excuse me. However, let's talk about, let me make sure I'm doing, yeah. Let's talk about what this could mean for Ethereum price moving forward over what could happen in 2024. It would only need to, it wouldn't even quite be a 2x in price to get to 5,600. That's not very impressive. I do believe that Ethereum from current price levels can get at least close to a 2x, which in this case would be roughly about $7,000. I think that's something that's very, very possible. But in reality, this is the kind of the math that I want to take a look at. I believe that the Ethereum market cap is going to be sitting somewhere between $800 billion to $1 trillion by the time that this whole thing is said and done, ending 2024. Not going into 2025 just yet, not talking about the end of the bull market, just where can Ethereum get to by the end of 2024. And if that were to happen, the price prediction that we are looking at, low end, is about $6,500. The high end, again, $1 trillion market cap with that current circulating supply of 120 million, that would put us in the camp of roughly $8,000. This isn't even quite half of where I think that the bull market's going to end up being, but I do think this is an aggressive but doable prediction for the 2024 calendar year on Ethereum. 6,500 to 8,000 is where we think, or excuse me, where I think that Ethereum will go. If you disagree with that, let me know in the comments down below. Am I too high? Am I too low? Where do you have Ethereum going at the end of 2024? That is our price prediction, but do not click off just yet. There's something else you need to know that I've left out until this point as to why Ethereum and the rest of the crypto space is going to be extremely bullish. And there's a rumor coming out right now, or not a rumor necessarily, but a theory that Bitcoin and crypto might be about to skyrocket. Now, this article says 100% as China cuts interest rates. I don't know if I'm going to go for 100% right off the bat, but I do think that a lot of crypto can go parabolic if this news ends up playing out as it should. Based on signals from historical trends, Bitcoin is about to skyrocket up to 100% to take its price over 120,000. Again, it's pretty aggressive. I don't know what it doesn't really give a timetable for this. It just says things are about to explode. I do think Bitcoin is going to go over 120,000. The question is when, ultimately is what we're looking at here. Let's talk about China and the Bitcoin trigger. Notably, Jamie Coots, a renowned crypto analyst, in a post on X, notified followers of the move by the People's Bank of China. The bank recently injected some liquidity and cut the interest rate by 10 basis points in a bid to support growth in the country. According to records, this pattern traces back to 2016. Each time that the Bank of China injects capital into the economy, Bitcoin appreciates by a minimum of 100% the next month. Okay, here we go. There's the timetable. I missed that, I guess, when I was setting this up. 100% in the next month. That is where I think we're a little bit off. In the past, when Bitcoin's price was lesser, the market cap was lesser, that was very easy to do. However, while I don't believe that Bitcoin will 100% in 1 month, I don't even think Ethereum will 100% in 1 month. I do believe that this is another bullish catalyst with cut rates in China, with their dollar or their yuan being devalued. This is actually extremely bullish for the crypto space. Based on this analysis, there is anticipation in the broader crypto community that August is going to be bullish. Guys, if you want to hear more about these prices, you've got to be subscribed to the channel. We did the Solana price prediction yesterday for 2024. Of course, I've given you my prediction for what Ethereum looks like. But when news like this comes out, this is not just bullish for Bitcoin, not just for Ethereum. This is bullish for the crypto space as a whole. There is still time. Yes, we're rallying right now, but there's still so much time for you guys to make generational wealth in the crypto space, but you do need to stay locked in. You need to stay focused, and you need to continue to educate yourself. And one of the ways you can do it, if you are looking for a level to go deeper and deeper, learning how to trade, learning how to invest properly, maybe even getting some reviews on your portfolio to make sure it's set up correctly, you got to check out our Discord down below, description there. There's a membership options. There's 3 different membership options based off of what you want. If you're just an investor, check out our basics package. If you are a trader, check out our technicals package. And if you want to go even deeper with the bros, getting some one-on-one advice with your portfolio and getting access to a lot more of our time, check out our Pro Bros package right here. The links are down below. Go check them out right now. You will not regret it. But with that said, that's all I have for you in this video. On your way out, if you haven't done it, smash that like button, hit subscribe. Don't miss our content. I'll see you in the next one. Adios.